What's going on? I see Mad Hatter's here. Here we go. I got a few, quite a few things I'm going to cover here, but hopefully you like talking about a house of Amouage, because that's what a lot of the talk's going to be. I'm going to talk about a lot of Amouage fragrances and generic fragrance oils. So yeah, buckle in for a lot of that. And I got to figure out how to do this again. I haven't done this studio thing in a while. So there's Andy. Andy's here too. Appreciate you guys showing up. Going to be a lot of Amouage talk. I'm going to talk about generic perfumes. I'm going to show you guys how to do them. Talk about selling fragrances too. I look blurry. I wonder if this thing needs cleaned. This camera. Let me try cleaning this camera a little bit. Sound is good. Thanks for stopping in. What's up, Jay Smooth? Stan, what's up? Going to be a lot of Amouage talk here. We're going to talk about Amouage. Here's how I got in when I first got into fragrances. And hey, Jason, what's going on? Mansera Amberful. I love that one. That's a great fragrance. Love that one. I just wore that one the other day. I only got a decant, so I'm going to get a full bottle of that one. That's definitely full bottle worthy to me. What's kind of like a Ganymede twist. I like it better, I think. I think I like that one. And I like Ganymede. I like that, what they did with that one. So yeah, Amouage, I spray those and they're so challenging and stuff. I really didn't understand why, people would even want to smell like that because they were so challenging. And mostly I was smelling clones of it. I wasn't smelling real things. And the clones, I didn't know this at the time, but it's just hard to clone this house. There's so much naturals used and the quality is so good. And also when your nose is developed, like you enjoy like a simpler scent profile. So, something like Amouage, because it's pretty crazy, the amount of notes and stuff in some of their fragrances, and then how some of the notes they use. So it's just kind of a turnoff if you're not like a developed nose. So, anyways, this last winter, I'd smelled like the Dua's version, a couple of Royal Tobacco, and I really didn't care for that fragrance. Well, somebody had told me about how it has this Christmassy vibe to it and how good it was in the air and all this. So I got a real decant of Royal Tobacco, 10 milliliters, and I wore it a few times. And every time I wore it, it was just getting better. I loved it. It was a whole lot different than the clones. So that kind of got me sold on, well, maybe with this house, I need to try more originals. But I didn't really try too many more then. Well, then I sell a lot of Dua fragrances. I'm going to talk about that later. So I'm going to talk about how to sell fragrances. Most of you people already know how to sell fragrances, but I'm going to go over that a little bit too. Not facing this camera much. So I'll talk about that a little bit too, how I sell and show you what I'll do. I think I'm going to go through my spreadsheet too and just show you like all the fragrances I've sold. And I try to stick with this too. It's been a while since I've done this. Keep up with you guys in the chat. If I miss you or something, not a whole lot going on, but it's enough I can lose track quick. Thick Latinas 2025. That's right, Stan. So yeah, I can lose track real quick of where I'm at. If I miss your guys' comment, I apologize in advance. I got ADHD too, so I get scattered. I try to be focused here though. Stan, I'm going to talk about that too, Stan. Why you brought it up? Stan's scent of the day is his Viage Tokyo Trend. Here's what Stan gave me. He's got a whole house of these Viage fragrances here. Might go through some of these, but shout out to Stan. He gave me the whole house, and he gave me some Zaharoffs. He hooked me up with some samples. Really nice house. So I'm going to go into that later too. But so back to the Amouage. So I met up with this guy who buys a lot of my Duas, and he's got a tremendous Amouage collection. So we met at this coffee shop, and I just started smelling a bunch of his fragrances, and I just started falling in love with these, like the complexity of them and how interesting they are. And so I went home and I just started ordering them. Well, I'm going to order a lot more 10 milliliters. I'm not going to jump into these full bottles, and I'm not going to try as many clones. Aqua Sexidus, scent of the day. That one's new to me. I just got a sample of that one. That's a new one to me. I like that one. That's a very interesting scent profile, Jay Smooth. I like that one. I've been messing with fragrances for quite a while. I hadn't got to that one. If you guys haven't checked that one out, check that one out, that Aqua Sexidus. That's a good one. What did I wear today? I wore, what did I wear? I wore this Ramon Monagal Ibiza. I had the 2023 version. I thought I tried that. They're about the same, but that's what I wore today. This Ramon Monagal Ibiza. It's La Isla Blanca, the Ibiza version. That's what I wore today. So let's just get into these fruits. So anyways, I'm going to start buying these decants. I'm not going to jump in, and I'll try the clones. And spoiler alert on these, I've tried a bunch of different clones of these Amouage fragrances and generic perfumes. You got to order them out of Kuwait, the oils, and you mix them yourself, or they'll mix them for you. They're about the best. I mean, they're stupid close on some of these, and they transition almost the same. Because a lot of clones just stay linear. You know, they don't really transition because obviously these Amouage fragrances, they transition a lot. So, all right, let's start off with here's a discontinued one I had to get. We're going to start off with is Bracken Man. I really didn't think this is something I'm going to like. Let me see if I can bring up Bracken Man here. So let's see. Bear with me. Bracken Amouage. I'll bring up the notes. I won't be able to see you guys when I do this, so bring this up. Share screen, share screen. All right. Share. All right, is it up with you guys now? Yep. All right, I'm up. I'm up and running. So I can't see you guys now, but this is a real nice fougere fragrance. It's really very interesting. A lot going on here. Scrolling down, I'll show you these notes on this thing. Like a lot of these Amouage. See, it's got that cinnamon in it, which is kind of a strange thing. This one's, it's hard to find this now. It was expensive to get this little 10 milliliter decant, and I found some bottles out there. I may be getting a bottle of this. So let's just spray this. I'll spray a little bit of it, and I want to compare it to a couple other ones. So yeah, it's a weird scent profile. You're getting a lot of, it's really green, super green. That's the cypress. You pick up the cloves. The lavender is giving it that fougere. The nutmeg note. I can pick up all these notes. The lemon, bergamot, geranium, the woods. I'm not getting a patchouli and musk, but you do in the dry down. But I got two versions of it here. I've got this, as I said, the generic perfumes where I get the oils and I mix them up myself. And like I said, I'm going to talk about that later with you guys and show you how I do it even. See, this is almost spot on. This is almost identical to the original. Yeah, this is almost identical. This is just a super green, interesting fougere with a lot of complexity. A perfect spring fragrance for me. And now this is the Alexandria version, the Cypress Spring. And it's good, but I don't know. It smells like a little cheaper. The notes are jumbled around a little. It's a lot greener. It's way greener than it is whatever. It's good, though. I do like this. Like if I didn't know what this smelled like, I would still enjoy wearing this. But it's some of the greenness and some of the cheapness in the notes. When you smell these two, it's just not as good. So, but it is an interesting scent profile, and it wouldn't be for a beginner. What kind of score does it have on Fragrantica? Let's see, 4.15 out of 5 with 1,400 votes. Yeah, so that's a pretty decent score. It's challenging, and here you can see some of the stuff they're saying about it. It's super interesting fragrance, and this is what I've noticed about why I'm into these Amouage fragrances. Like these challenging fragrances for me, it keeps me more engaged more. It's not so simple. So like I'm smelling, I'm trying to think about it. My brain has to look a little more to like figure out what's going on with this fragrance, and I just feel engaged more. I'm almost like in a meditative state almost. I know this sounds weird, but just kind of focusing on all the notes and trying to figure out what's going on with these things. And it's put me in a nice tranquil mood or whatever, trying to figure these out. Real nice fragrance. All right. So I only got a 5 milliliter on this one. This is Portrayal Man. Another one. These are all bangers to me. Every one of them. I like every one of these. All right, let's pull up Portrayal Man. And I'll go back to the chat because I can't see nothing right now. If I was going to do this a lot, you would almost need 2 screens. All right, Portrayal Man's... I've actually smelled Portrayal Woman, too. That's pretty interesting. So Portrayal Man had a 4.0 out of, in case you're asking, 4.03 out of 5. Let me go to the chat, make sure I'm not missing nothing. Yeah, it's a pretty good score. It says Portrayal Man. Let's talk about it here. I'll get down to the notes. This one's got a simple cade oil, vetiver, and violet. I got to refresh my memory on this one. It's been a minute since I even sprayed this one. So, yeah, you're getting a ton of violet. Yeah, so I know this is the one they kind of compared to Fahrenheit. Let's see when they say, yeah, it's compared to Fahrenheit. It does have a Fahrenheit. If you like Fahrenheit, which I know Stan doesn't, you're getting. I can get that Cade oil too. If you know what that is, we'll click on Cade oil and see what they give as a description of that. Yeah, it's resins and balsams. That's what Cade oil is. So it's like a juniper tar. It is kind of smoky like too. You don't see that note used a whole lot, but when I do see it, that's what I get. And here's the generic Perfumes version I mix up. This isn't quite as spot on as some of the other ones. This gets you in the ballpark though. This is good 85% though. Some of the other ones are damn near spot on. It's crazy how close they can get. So yeah, this is a nice fragrance, great spring fragrance. Probably not one of my favorites or whatever of these, but I do like wearing this one. It's an interesting wear, and yeah, another banger, man. And I'd say this is good spring or fall. I got it in my spring pile. Yeah, and they're talking about if you don't like that gasoline formula, that's what it's the violet leaf giving it that. So there's a little bit of greenness to this too. Maybe it's from that Cade oil. So yeah, and they're saying it's aromatic. It's a little bit aromatic, axonic, and woody. I don't know, aquatic. I don't know about that either. That's a bit of a stretch. It's definitely green, earthy, spicy. I'll give it that. Game over. All right. What's up, Chris? Talking about Amouage. Going to be a lot of Amouage talk here, Chris. Doing a lot of Amouage talk. So buckle in for some Amouage. All right, we're going to go. Now we're going to talk about Diamond. That's up next. I got, like I said, 8 or 10 milliliter of all these. And some of these, I've got some bottles on the way on some of these that I was sampling. I found in the Facebook group some bottles. So I just went ahead and ordered bottles. It was almost as cheap to get the bottles as it was a sample. And if I don't like it, I'll sell it. Or some of the samples are just crazy amounts. And then when you go into groups, you can find a decent price on these. So let's go Diamond Amouage. I smell Dia Woman too, Amouage. Some of the women fragrances are easy to wear. So this one's a 4.2 on Fragrantica. That's a pretty good score too. So yeah, this one is one I really like. I just wore this one the other day. This is one I really like. So we'll go down here to the notes. It's got incense. I know Chris likes that incense. This one's pretty complex. Nice wear. Let me spray it again. I just wore this one the other day, but just want to see how close these two are again. Yeah, I love this. And what I'm doing too with these that are so close, I'm layering these two. I'm taking my real and this generic and kind of layering them to go, make my little decant go a little further. And then when I run out of this decant, I'm going to decide, do I get another bottle? Do I get another decant? I don't need bottles of everything. I got enough, and I don't need to show out my collection I don't even really display it. I keep it stored in tubs. So, and I don't need to ball out on, YouTube showing all these bottles. I mean, it is nice to show the presentation, all that, and review them for you guys, but I can't have all these bottles, man. It's just too much. Incense and Oris. Yes, sir. Yeah, I don't have enough. Buy more. I think clone how much. Yeah. That's especially with this house, J Smooth. This is just the quality and the naturals they use in this. They don't play around. They're just not getting. It's hard to match this kind of quality. It's easy to do something like I don't know, like YSL myself. You know what I mean? Something like that's pretty easy. But when you look at the notes and the complexity going on here, like a Serge Luton or something, you just can't get. I highly recommend this one. I mean, look at the notes on this, guys. If you like complex fragrances, this is a straight up banger. And this is almost identical. These generic perfumes. And before I go any a little further in, and I'll talk about what I'm doing with these generic perfumes, and maybe I'll go back to it in a little bit. So you just order your oils. I'll go on the website later, and you your percentages or whatever. You get like 10 grams oil. You pour it in this beaker, right? So if you want like 30% concentration, you put 10 grams in, and then you put you have to do the math on it or whatever. So if you want a 33% concentration, you put 20 more grams of a fixative and perfumer's alcohol on it to give you like a 33%, somewhere between 25 and 35. I played around with it. And then you could get you some, you got to get you some perfumer's alcohol, wherever you want to get it. And then if you want, you can get a little fixative and put like 5% in. I was putting too much fixative in it for a while there, and it was killing my top notes. So don't put in too much fixative if you do go to a fixative, just like 5% of fixative. And you can use Everclear, people say, if you get the 100, if your state has the 100% Everclear in it. But I'm not using Everclear. I'm going to get perfumer's alcohol. But I heard it does work. I'll go back and talk about generics, and I'll get into that a little more later. But just since you guys are here, that just because I'm going to keep talking about generic perfumes because I got it because they're so close. they're closer than the Duas, the Alexandrias, some of these other ones I'm going to talk about too, like, you know, these killer oud things. They're closer. So that's why I'm going to talk about it. And I know it's a pain in the butt. Like, people don't want to order from Kuwait and they don't want to mix it up. All right. Yeah, well, Matt from Mirror Images, he kind of got me started on this. He told me some of the stuff. Yeah, you can do a couple shots while you're mixing it up or whatever. I haven't tried a shot of the Perfumer's alcohol yet, though, so I might have to try that. All right, this is one you guys all know. Beach Hut Man we're going to go to next. So I got a Dua, and I got that version. So let's pull up Beach Hut Man. You guys probably know that one, right? Bunch of Beach Hut Man experience. I had only tried the clones of this, but the real deal, man, it's really good. I had tried that. I actually tried that when I sold it. I had that one, that Killer Oud ethnic version of it. It's pretty good. It's pretty decent, but I like the real deal better. And then I like this. This is pretty close, really close. And this Dua, it gets you in the ballpark. So let's spray this one again. We'll look at our notes. Oh yeah, I didn't see the score. What's the score on this? 4.2. So yeah, people like this one, man. This is a popular one. This works really good out in the air. This is really fresh. It's that mint. The galbanum, I think that threw me off when I first got into this fragrance. And I think the galbanum is ramped up in that Killer Oud one. And I don't like a lot of galbanum. Yeah, you get galbanum right out of the gate. You get that mint. But the galbanum and mint is really nice. And it's got tons of green. A lot of green in this. So to me, this is a good spring fragrance. But I know a lot of people like it in the summer. So let's see how close this generic is. Let me refresh. The generic is super close. I mean, this is like 90, 95. Super close. Let's see the Dua. If I remember right, the Dua is like 85, somewhere around there, which I like 85. No, the Dua is not 85. The Dua is more like 75 or 80. Yeah, some of the notes are amped up a little. It smells good, though. I do like the Dua version. It smells good. I think they toned that, especially in the opening, that galbanum down, which is a good thing for me. I don't like too much of that. I do like the Dua. It's just a little bit of a twist on it. And when I've been wearing this, I've been doing the three-piece layer. I'm going to talk about layering, too. I've been doing a lot more layering. I want to talk about that, too. I don't want to get too off subject. Yeah. It's like I said, it's puts you in a meditative state. You got to really engage to figure out a PT. Yeah, I haven't got to. I've had a lot of sick on tequila, Jason, but not a lot. Yeah, Limina. I haven't tried that one yet. I actually got a sample on the way. Rick is this guy. Rick, he might show up here in the chat. He's sending me that limonada. I got that one on the way. That's definitely a VinceScents. I want to try that one. I know I'm going to like it. I want to do a comparison video too of that in Porthole, because I hear they're similar. Have you compared it to Porthole? How close is it to that? Because yeah, Amouage is and these decants are going to go a long way. They're strong. You're going to get a lot of wearings out of this. And like I said, if between these three, this is going to last me a while. And then I'll decide if I'm going to get another decant but I've seen some deals on this in the Facebook groups. But yeah, these decants are the way to go. And Scent Angel, man, I don't know if you guys are messing with Scent Angel. Really good deals. I'm getting a lot of my decants on Scent Angel anymore. All right. We're going to go to Reflection Man next. But everybody knows that one, too. That's another popular one. I tried clones of that. I do like it. Oh, Mad Hatter is Rick. Okay. Gotcha. I wasn't aware of that, Rick. I didn't know that was you. I remember you commented on the thing. Gotcha, Rick. Thanks for being here, Rick. Well, Mad Hatter has got it coming for me. Mad Hatter is the one sent it to me. He's the one telling me it's my scent, so he knows. So I got Reflection 45 on the way too, but this is Reflection, man. I definitely want to try. I got Reflection 45 on the way. I missed out on a bottle. A guy I know had a bottle. I just missed the bottle. So I got the Dua and a decant on the way. So you guys know this one, right? What's the score on this one out of 5? I'm sure that you guys on that 4.38. I think that's the highest rating so far. I don't like Petitgrain. I've been talking about that. If there's a lot of petitgrain in a fragrance, I do not like that note. I don't like a lot of petitgrain. Let's go to this reflection, man. And if you know petitgrain, when you smell it a couple times, you'll recognize it. Yeah, this is a nice fragrance. This is an easy wear. I see why this is popular. The jasmine and the neroli mixed in with the rosemary, pink pepper. I'm not getting a lot of that petitgrain, thank God, and ylang-ylang. This is just well-blended fragrance. Man, the perfumery in this is really good. This is super good. Man, this is awesome. Man, I need to wear this one again soon. So I got a couple versions here. I got one from Oil Perfumery out of Canada. Let's see how close it is. Not bad. It's pretty close. It's pretty close. This is at least 85% where I like to be. Let's go to the Dua version. Desert Reflection. The Dua version. Dua version's close, man. They did good on this one. Dua version's real close. It's just amped up. Everything's amped up like they like to do, which I like amped up. It's good. Dua's good. Dua gets you there. It's on the scent profile, so you're not even just in the ballpark. You're on the scent profile. All right, let's see where my generic perfumes measures up. Generic perfumes. I think it might be off a little bit. No, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. It's 85 to 92. Yeah, it's pretty close. So all three of these are close. You really don't have a bad option here. The Dua's close, generic's close, and even this Oil Perfumery, which I've had this a while. I don't get much out of Oil Perfumery anymore. Used to. I think they're with Okja. What's up, Kevin? Doing a bunch of Amouage fragrances. I got a bunch of decants and talking about a lot of generic perfume oils I've got from them and some of the Duas and stuff. I don't think I got any of your Amouage. There's going to be a lot of Amouage talk in this. I seen Kevin's got a big sale tomorrow, too. Thanks for stopping in, Kevin. Good to see you here, buddy. I'm on a big Amouage kick. So now we're going to talk about Search. Search is really nice. All I got is this little decant. I got this from, what's that place? Frag Bar. I got this off of Frag Bar. They got a lot of Middle Eastern ones, and they have their own oils. So I got Frag Bar. I don't think they're as good as generic, but they're pretty good. They're pretty good oils. So Frag Bar. Check them out. They've got, if you're into those Nabil, I know Chris is into Nabil. They've got some hard-to-find Nabil perfumes on Frag Bar. All right, let's go to Search. This is a really enjoyable wear for me. I really like this. This is only a 3.9. So to me, I got that rated higher than this one or whatever. I got this one. I'd probably give this like a 4.2 or something. And on a lot of these Amouage, I feel that way. Like some of these ones are lower rated, like they'd be a lot higher to me. Yeah, the open on this, that lemon lime and that mandarin orange is just, I really enjoy that. So all I got is these two of this. I'm going to have to change that in the future and get more versions of this. So let's spray this. See what I'm getting here. Yeah, that lemon lime is just super fresh out of the top, and the orange. Yeah, you pick those up immediately. So it just starts out super fresh, and then it's already burning off a little bit. You know how those notes are. And I'm starting to pick up the olibanum, elamine, and the pepper. I'm getting the pepper right out of the gate too. Pepper's coming up, and you won't get none of this till later on. You know, it's gonna come out in the background. But this is a fun wear, man. The way it transitions, it starts out so fresh, and as it transitions into those middle and just really well done. This is really close. Yeah, this is Frag Bar. This is really close. Probably 85%. You know, close enough. I'm happy with 85%. If I can get 85%, I'm happy with that. So, yeah, pretty well done. All right. I'll show you Frag Bar. Let's go on Frag Bar just to show you guys what Frag Bar is. See, here's Frag Bar. They got oils. See, they got all these blends and oils. I think they'll mix them up for you. Or you can buy just the oil, mix them up. Like you can buy the 8 kilogram. Or I think if it's a perfume, so if you click on perfume, they're going to send you 30 grams where they mixed it up with our perfumers. Or you can buy, 30 milliliters, you can make you a 90 milliliter. If you buy 8 milliliters, you can make like a 25 milliliter or something like around that. You know what I mean? But they got a ton of them on here. And then they got regular perfume too. Like, here's Afnan. You know, they've got all that. But they've got a lot of these Nabil. I really like these Nabil. If Chris is still on here, I know he likes Nabil. I bought several off of here that I couldn't find anywhere else. And they come and go on here. Well, they're out of Nabil now. So, all right, let's look up which one am I on here? This one's not labeled. We're on Lineage. This is another one I really like. Really like Lineage. I'm going to guess this one isn't as high as I think it is too. Lineage, Amouage. 3.6. Yeah, this is no way it's 3.6 to me. Kevin, you like Amouage? What do you think about Amouage, Kevin, if you're still on here? Done got 4 frags tomorrow. Thanks, Kevin. Chris Nabil is fire. Just chilling, Jason. Appreciate you, Vince. What's good, my dude? Talking about you guys. All right. Yeah. Yeah, tomorrow he's having 40% off quite a few of them on there. He's got like a flash sale going like 2 times in the day or whatever. So Lineage. Let's talk about Lineage. This is all right. So this is a little bit deeper for spring, but it comes off fairly fresh to me, and like sort of a green, if I remember right. Let me refresh here. Yeah, there's a greenness to this or whatever. And it's even Dua calls theirs Shores of Mariah. I don't know if I got too close. I can't see. So they got it like almost like an aquatic type thing here. And look, by looking at those notes, I mean, you can see that doesn't look aquatic, but this does come off really fresh. Maybe it's because of the saffron with the pepper and that ginger. But yeah, there's a freshness about this. It does almost have an aquatic smell to it. The Dua is nice on this. It's just pushing really hard. Some of the notes are amped up, but it's really close. It's just pushing so hard like Duas do. But the scent profile, they've nailed it. It's nice. So this is a good layer. This is how I wore them. It was a good layer because that Dua is pushing so hard, and you get some of the refinement from this one. This is a nice one. Another one. All right. Let's move on to the next, man. I'm getting sprays everywhere. All right, we're going to talk about Enclave. I've got 3 versions of Enclave here. We'll go to that. What about you guys? You guys like? Tell me your Amouages. You guys got any you like? Some you don't like? I don't like, I'll talk about it when I get to that one later. The one everybody's Interlude Man. I don't like anything in the Interlude Man and none of the Interlude Man. And that's what everybody likes. And that's what I started out thinking. I thought Amouage Interlude Man because everybody talks about Interlude Man. So I was smelling Interlude. I don't like Interlude Man. The real, the clone, nothing Interlude Man for me. So what's this one rated at? 4.14. So people seem to like this one. Yeah, I'm not with these guys' ratings on these. Like all of these Amouage to me are in the 4s, every one of them. So I'm a little biased on these Amouage, I guess. Like I said, I just like the challenge of them. It keeps me more engaged. The peppermint on this is super fresh. You get that peppermint with the cardamom and the cinnamon. That's a super, and with the pink pepper, that is a beautiful blend. This is a killer blend right here. This is very interesting. Great spring fragrance. Yeah, I'm not getting Olameda. You get the rose. I'm picking up the rose to kind of round it out, which is a really nice blend. This is a really nice fragrance. I don't get too much of the leather and labdanum. That's later in the dry down, obviously. But, I mean, I can get a hint of that. Man, this is just super nice out of the opening. That peppermint with the cardamom and the cinnamon. That's what sets it off. Excellent perfumery here. Let's do the Dua. See how close it is. Hope my nose can hold up through all these fragrances. Yeah, the Dua. Okay, it's on. Dua's on. It's 85% there. It's just pushing so hard, like the Duas do. Kind of throws me off a little bit. But yeah, it's on. It's spot on. It's just pushing really hard. It's 85, 90% there, which pushing hard is not bad. It's not a bad thing. And then here's generic. Let's try the generic, see where we're at. Generic, I don't have it mixed. It's not pushing as hard, but it smells more. It's pushing like the original. So it's really close to the original. So these Duas are really good to mix with these two because, I could spray a couple spray to this, one spray a Dua, and, preserve my 10 ml. But, man, the generic is almost identical to this. This is 95% there or whatever. It's unreal how good these generic perfumes are. we're going to go to Meander next. Make sure I'm not missing nothing here. Yeah, I would have liked to try that. Christine, thanks for stopping by. Netta Pear Jam. Let's look up Netta Pear Jam. Christine's sin of the day. Talking to Amouage fragrances here. A lot of Amouage fragrance talk here. Netta Pear Jam. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this has to be working good on a day like today. Oh, this looks really good. I could probably wear this. You agree with this? Fruity, sweet, floral, rose, musky, aquatic, woody. Yeah, I could probably wear this. I know this is going to be feminine leaning, but I can wear fragrances like this. This looks good. What would you rate this, Christine? Out of 10 or 5, however you want to do it. Yeah, I could probably wear this. Let's see what people are saying about this. Musty. I like musty scents. See if you gave me a rating. Any chance you compare? Yeah, I'll do it right now. I got that right here. You want me to compare the Dolce Mulatto to the Duo? All right, I'll do it right now. I got Dolce Mulatto right here. Funny you say that. All right, I'll do it on skin. Yeah, it's great for warm weather. Love this stuff. 9.5 out of 10. I can see that. Let me go. Let me put Dolce Mulatto on here, and we'll do the. I just wore this the other day, so I know my thoughts, but I'll just do it in real time with y'all. Oops. Let's go to Dolce Mulatto. Dolce Mulatto is a banger. Or Melodia. Dolce Melodia. I know I'm saying it wrong. So 4.3. People like this one. To me, this one leans a little bit feminine. Let's see where they got it at on the feminine thing. But easy. This is easy for me to wear. I'm going to spray this on, so I'll just be talking about the opening. But yeah, they got it leaning pretty feminine. So I know my full thoughts on this, though, but I'll just spray it and go on opening. I'll spray this even on skin. Well, I better not spray on skin, man. I got a lot of fragrances to go through. Yeah, I can do it. What the heck? All right, Dolce Mulatto on skin. I got this decan. I got this 10 milliliter. And I got the Duo. The Duo is called Melody of Sweet Fruits. Let's do it. I'll finish off this decant before I go to the other one. I don't have anything there. Now, this is just the opening, obviously. But I got my full thoughts because I just did this the other day. Okay, opening. I'll go back to this. This is 90% close. Yeah, the opening it's 90, good 90. Maybe 95% close. As it dries down, it gets even closer. So if I'm at 90, 95 now, the white musk and the vanilla and the sandalwood as it dries down, it gets even closer. It's not even really pushing harder like Duos do either. Maybe just slightly. Yeah, this is, man, if you want Dolce Mulatto, they did a real good job on this one. I don't say that about all the Duos. I sell a lot of Duos, okay? So this is pretty spot on. So if you want Dolce Mulatto on the cheap, it's pretty good. Fragrance Lord has good deals on decants too. So yeah, I'll go back to this if you remind me and we'll see where it's at. It's still 85 to 90, man. And the quality, like, it's not way off. Like, the Duo does not smell cheap to me here. I'm not smelling this going, oh, yeah, it's a big difference in quality. It's not what I'm smelling at all. It smells pretty good on quality, which is kind of hard to believe, but that's what I'm getting. Maybe your nose is more refined and you could pick up more than I can't, but that's what I get. All right, back to Amouage. Make sure I'm not missing nothing. Because I can't see the screen now. All right, not missing nothing. Yeah, this smells good. All right, we're going to Meander now. Meander. 4.1. Okay, so people like this one. I like this one. Like I said, every Amouage to me would be in the 4s. I wouldn't put any under the 4. And I even got some weird ones I'm going to talk about when I get to them. So here's your notes you're looking at. All right, let's spray. I only got a little 5 milliliter of this. This one, I don't know why I got a 5 milliliter if they didn't get it or I cheaped out. I should have got a 10 milliliter. I must have got cheap. Yeah, this one's a little more challenging. This isn't one of my favorites here. Yeah, I wouldn't rate this one quite as high as everybody else has this one. I'm surprised everybody likes this one so much. It's carrot seed. So I'm getting the carrot seeds. And if you like carrot seeds, I don't know if you're familiar with that note, But it's if you know that note, you know that note. Let's click on it and see how they describe carrot seeds. It's musk, amber, animalic scales. Yeah, it's kind of that's a good description. It is a musky amber. It's sort of animalic or whatever. Which you're thinking carrot seeds. Like what is that? But yeah, that's carrot seeds. It does have like that's earthiness from the seeds too. That's how I think of carrot seeds. Like it's coming from the earth when you're pulling a carrot up. That's kind of what it smells like to me. Even though it says carrot seed, it's almost like when you pull the carrot out of the ground and you can smell that earth. That's kind of what I get out of carrot seed. And you're getting a lot of that here. It's so interesting though. And this black pepper is just blasting. I mean, this is spot on. This generic perfume version of it is all spot on. Yeah, this is 95. But yeah, this is a ton of pepper. As it dries down, you get some of that white florals from the narcissus and the rose. I remember that, and some of the woods. You're getting orris too. You get the orris and the olibanum right out of the gate. Yeah, I'm surprised people like this one as much. I like this one. This one keeps me engaged. It's interesting, but to me, this is definitely not a mass-pleasing scent profile at all. But I like it. Like I said, the worst one, I would rate every one of these over a 4. So I like this one. But I'm just surprised everybody else does. All right, Lyric Man. We're going to talk about Lyric Man next. Make sure I'm not missing nothing. Yeah, dude, that one's, there's no, I mean, if you want this spot, you could get it. I like to get a Decandy or real anymore and have the real and all that. Can't you substitute carrot seed for iris? Well, Sean's in here. Let me show you what's cyproyal. Here, let's click on cyproyal. I like to see what their description of it is. It is piney though, woods and mosses, and it is piney. You are correct. I get a piney smell out of it over there, but it is a powerful, earthy, aromatic, woody scent profile. Speaking of Sean, why he's here. So let's check this out. Sean, he's on here now. He likes a lot of clones. He likes messing around with them. He's a Barrett guy. He's been through a lot of Barretts. Well, he just sent me. He didn't want nothing in return. This is just, he sent me all these decants. Look at all these of Barrett fragrances. Some of these are about full. They're travel size, like 10 milliliters. Some of these are about full. Some of them's only got a little left. But there's enough to sample in here. And then he sent me a bunch more from a couple other houses. This is just the Barretts mostly. Yaman Leo. He sent me a bunch of Yaman Leo. So some of these people I've met in this fragrance community are super generous, and he didn't want nothing in return. He just wanted me to get my nose on him. Was just being a nice guy. So I'll have to go through these and do more content on these sometime. But yeah, much appreciated, Sean. Like I said, he sent me these. Dan sent me these decants, and like I keep talking about these generic perfume oils. Let's go to Generic's website. I'll show you guys what I'm doing here. Generic perfumes. So they're out of Kuwait, so shipping is a bit of a thing. But here's the newest fragrances they got. They got everything. Like here's some of their fragrances they got. So they got this Born to Stand Out Mary Jane. Look, they got Killian Angels there. So let's just say we're going to buy this new Angel Share Paradise. So you would click on it, and then you would go down here, and they'll mix it up for you if you want them to do that. They'll mix up, like if you wanted a perfume spray, you would click on that, and they would send it. But I just buy the oil. Now, I don't buy like 50 grams because that would make too much. I just buy these roll-on. Like I said, 10 grams. I can make a 30 milliliter fragrance out of that. It's out of 10 grams. That's about what I'll mix. So I'll buy like 10 grams of these. You put it in this. You get your perfumer's alcohol. You get a little bit of a fixative. You don't have to have a fixative. You can just use perfumer's alcohol or Everclear. You mix it up. You got your fragrance. Or if you don't want to do with that, you can make them make you spray. Here's your 30 milliliter, and they'll send it to you. But you're paying for weight, shipping and all that. It's a lot more weight, So you're spending a lot more money to ship that from Kuwait. And when you order from them, you'll order like, if I order on a Monday, Thursday for sure, it's on my doorstep, if not Wednesday, from Kuwait. That's how quick they fill and ship. So that's how generic perfumes works. And I might talk about it some more. I'll make sure you guys aren't asking no questions about them. Yes, sir. I do. Yeah. It was fun going through those, Sean. As I went through those Barretts, I made sure I hit Sean up and gave my feedback on all of them every day. I think every single one of them, I gave him my quick thoughts on them, whatever. So let's try Lyric Man. Let's go to Lyric Man. This is one of my favorites out of the ones. This is a 4.1. People like this one. So it's a rose fragrance. So you got to like rose. If you don't like rose, you're not going to like this. And I like rose. I didn't like rose. It wasn't too long ago. I didn't like rose. So let's go with Lyric Man here. And I got a lot of smells going on here. So let's go with the real Lyric Man, see what I think. Yeah, you get I'm getting the lime, bergamot, and rose. That's what you're getting right out of the gate. A lot of that. Obviously, it's in the opening. It's like a watery rose. So it's a real easy to wear rose. You know, it's not like a green rose. I don't know if you smell those. It's real watery. So it's a little bit easier to pull off a watery rose. If that makes any sense to you, a watery rose. I like a watery rose scent profile. So let's see this Lyric Man. Their version is spot on. This is almost identical. Now, this is just the opening, but I already know how it goes too in the dry down and everything. This is almost spot on. This is 90-95, and that's what I did. I took generic oil, mixed it up. There we go. So now I got 40 milliliters of it. And maybe it turns into a bottle when I go through this. I don't know. Maybe I just order another 10 milliliter more generic. I don't know. We'll see. All right, here's I think this one might be my favorite. Mad Hatter, Rick, you still on here? This is the one I told Ricky how to get. Yeah, I'll make a video sometime. I'll talk about it some more on here too on how to do that. Yeah, it's not real hard. It's not rocket science. It's just kind of gate kept. People don't talk about it. Yeah, it's not. Okay, this is the one, Rick. This is the one I told you. But I don't know. You didn't like because it is kind of similar to that one I recommended to you. You didn't like, so maybe not. I don't know. Maybe this is just my favorite. Maybe you ought to skip this. Rick, maybe it ain't for you. I don't, because it's kind of similar to that one you just got that Lovers one. So this is one of my favorites. This might be my favorite from the house. Overture Woman, I have it too. I forgot to grab that one. I got Overture Woman too. It's really nice. It's not that. Let's go to Overture Woman first. Let's go to Overture Woman, then I'll go back to this. I want to talk. I don't have it here. I got a bunch of them that I didn't get out. I already know. I'm thinking about it now. I didn't grab everything. I got a lot of these Amouage 10 milliliters. So here's Overture Woman. This is really nice. Easy wear. The apple note in this is really good. There's a real nice apple note. This is a nice fall fragrance. So look at the notes on this. You get that brandy, apple, the saffron with the bergamot. This isn't that feminine. It does lead in a little bit feminine because you get the rose, uranium, and all this. But look at all these other notes. So, you know, it's not super feminine. Let's see how they got it on their scale. This is a real nice fall fragrance. Quality on these things is really good. I don't have a clone of this one. All I have is the real thing on this one. But I really like Overture Woman. If you're into stuff like this, I highly recommend you try it. Where's the masculine to feminine rating? It's up here. Well, I don't know where that's at. Did I skip past it? Where's the feminine part? See where they got that. I know it's leaning feminine. I just want to see how heavy they got it. Because I don't think it's that feminine. Okay, yeah. Yeah, they got it leaning pretty heavy feminine, but I don't think it's that heavy feminine. Okay. Overture Man. This is probably my favorite, the ones I've tried. Well, it's one of my favorites. It's hard to say. This is definitely a fall, winter, probably more winter scent profile. Pretty animalic. So if you don't like animalic, you're not going to like this. But look at the notes here. That cognac note is really nice. I don't like cumin, but the cumin in this is dialed down. It's not crazy. Yeah, that cognac is really nice with the cardamom, nutmeg, getting the saffron, ginger. That grapefruit sets it off too. And all this stuff down here in the middle, you're getting these benzoins, myrrh and cinnamon, lavender. You're getting all this mastique. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's a real, almost like a bitter resin and balsam. It's like turpentine. There you go. It's turpentine-like. So really, and I'm getting that too on this or whatever. And that turpentine really adds to this scent profile with all this other stuff going on. Yeah, and then you got this incense and smoke with the leather and all this. And there's a lot of animalic notes in this too. This is fantastic. This is high art perfumery here. So I got this Killer Oud Overdose too, which is the clone version of it. This is like $25-$30 or something like that. Get you in the ballpark. I'm not going to say it's like 85% close where I like to be. It's not that close, but get you in the ballpark. Maybe 75 or 80. Let's see. Let me refresh. Yeah, no. This gets you about 75, maybe. 70, 75, maybe. No, 70, 75. Get you about 70, 75 there. So it's ballpark. You can just tell the quality difference and stuff on this. But it's good. It's ballpark. It's a nice fragrance. It's definitely worth $20, $25, whatever this is. It's definitely worth that. I would definitely say it's worth that. And then let's do this generic perfume oil version. Back to my generic perfume oil. Let's do that version. Dua's got one. I may try it sometime. This is one I might just get a bottle on. Instead of trying more clones, I might just get a bottle. This is one I might get a bottle on. Okay, this is generic perfumes. It's only about 80% there. Yeah. It's not quite there either. There's something in this original one that just, yeah, the original on this one is the way to go. Yeah, even generic, they didn't nail it too good on this one. It's okay. The real is definitely better. Luckily, I got 20 milliliters of this one. I grabbed 2 of those. So, all right, I got a couple really weird ones here. Now I'll have the original. Here's Interlude 53. I don't like Interlude, man. All I got is the oil of it. I did smell the real thing. I had a little decant of it. I went through it. I don't like it, so I knew not to get a big decant. I'm glad I didn't. I'll just spray Interlude 53. I don't like Interlude at all. None of them. It's not for me. I don't know what it is about it. Let me spray it and see if I can pinpoint what it is. Because this is still a lot like Interlude. Yeah, I don't know what it is I don't like about this. Because when you look at all these notes, maybe it's the oregano. Maybe I don't like the oregano. I think that's what it is. This oregano and this pimento must be throwing me off. Because I know I like this. I like all of this. Yeah, it has to be this oregano with the pimento. That has to be thrown in. I think it's the oregano. A lot of the oregano. This is just isn't for me. This isn't something I enjoy wearing. It would engage me, but no. You guys like Interlude? Where are you guys at? All right. Oud Olja. That's up next. Now I have smelled the real of this. I had a little decant. This is one I would consider buying. I've got the Dua's got a version similar to this on the way. $100 Dua. Yeah, Oud Olja. This isn't for everybody. Let's see what the score is on this. Let's see what kind of score. 4.4. People like this. Wow. I would have never guessed that, but it's only 117 people voted on it. So, yeah, leather oud, smoky animalic. This is really a spot-on clone to it, too. I had just a little bit of it. I did a comparison when I had it. This is almost spot on. Yeah, it's not a lot going on here. You're just getting this oud with this birch tar, castoreum, vanilla. Look at these notes. The only thing softening up is that vanilla. And it's a good thing they did put that in there because, look, these notes are all rough. Civet, castoreum. I mean, you know what civet is, right? you know, from cat urine, their glands, and then castoreum. Look at the note. I mean, musk, amber, animalic from the beaver. You know what I mean? They don't really get it from the beaver anymore, but you know. And then birch tar. You know, just smoky resin, smoky. Just a fire smell, and then you know what oud is. And this is a dark oud. So, yeah, you got to be in the mood, but you got to be in this. Is definitely a winter fragrance when you're in a dark frame of mind. Yeah, this one is super dark. So, probably not for everybody, but it's for me in the wintertime. There'll be certain days I'd wear this. I like this kind of fragrance sometimes. All right. All right, this is an interesting one. Opus. Let's talk about another rose fragrance. They got a whole bunch of them in this Opus line. Opus 12. Rose. This is an interesting rose fragrance. So what does people think about this? What's the rating? 4.24. People like this. So surprising. Well, I'm not really surprised. This one's pretty well-rounded. I guess I'm not. I like ink note, too. I don't know what you guys think. Most people probably aren't into ink. But whenever ink notes in fragrances, that's a note I really like. I like ink fragrances. So let's try this one. Oh, this is really nice. The rose in here is really nice. Mixed with that olibanum and LMI. Oh, this is great. Man, I think I like this one more than I realized. Man, I need to wear this one again. I think I only wore this one once or twice. I need to wear this again. Yeah, this is pretty close. There's some quality differences here, whatever. I usually don't pick up a whole lot of quality differences, believe it or not, on these. This one here, the rose is just so nice in this one. In the myrrh, I'm getting the myrrh on this one. Yeah, there's a little bit of quality. This is close. This is 85% close. A little bit of quality, definitely nicer. But on the other ones, you didn't hear me talking about quality as much as I am on this one. It's really jumping out. There's a quality difference here, but this is really nice. Yeah, this would be I'd wear this in the fall probably. This would probably be a fall fragrance for me. That's why I got it in my fall pile. So yeah, really nice fragrance. Pretty. Let's see where they got on the unisex, because it is a rose. I would think this leans masculine, but I would think female. Let's see how they've got that broken down. What's their thoughts on this? Let's see. This might be a Rick scent here. Rick, this would be one to consider. I know Rick can do rose. Okay, they got this leaning maybe just slightly more feminine here if you go by how the scale looks or whatever. So pretty, might as well just say it's right down the middle. I pretty much agree with that. I'd say it's right down the middle. Yeah, I don't know, Christine, how much you like rose, or if you like fragrances like this, but maybe something for you to consider. Maybe. All right, we're going to go with Journeyman next. So let's go to Journeyman. All right, if you're still on here, I'm going back to the Sospiro Dolce Melodia. And we're at 90. This is 90% the same. There's virtually no difference. It's actually settled down. It's not projecting louder or nothing. Well, this one never did. It's almost the projection and everything's almost identical. So if you're still on here, it's still, I mean, it's a dead ringer. I mean, Duet just kills it sometimes. This is one they did. So yeah, look at this one. Look at these. This is a nice blend here because you got these fresh, spicy aromatics, and then you got all these, amber type of notes. So this is a really good one too. And you don't hear people talking about Journeyman. What was the score on this? I missed that part. What would people give this one? 4.24. So people like this. I just don't hear much talk about this. So saying it's fresh, aromatic, spicy, and smoky. So that's a good combination. Think about that. Fresh, aromatic, spicy, and smoky. So you don't get that all the time. That's not normal in perfumery. There's that mixture. So let's see what we got. Pepper. You're getting pepper. A blast of pepper. I know the pepper settles down in this, but man, you are getting pepper right out of the gate with that cardamom. I almost can't get anything right now besides pepper and cardamom. And I'm getting a little bit of the tobacco leaf. Let's go with this. Same thing, pepper. So they nailed the pepper. Yeah, I know this one, when it dries down, it gets super interesting. Yeah, this one's 85%. Doesn't smell cheaper or anything like that. There is a little bit of a quality difference, but it's not jumping out so much. Yeah, I'm starting to pick up a little bit of the bergamot neroli and the incense now with the juniper berries. I'm not getting none of this base stuff, the leather, the cipro oil, none of that. I know it does come in, and the tonka bean musk actually comes in at the end. Is really nice. It's a really nice addition to this. Just right now, I'm not getting this stuff right here is just dominating. But this is really nice. A really nice wear. It transitions nice. Highly recommend this one. This might be a Rick scent too, and a Chris scent. Chris, I don't know if you're still on here, but this is probably a Chris scent. I wasn't lying when I said I went through these Amouage, right? I mean, I'm doing a lot of Amouage here, and this ain't even all of them. I got more on the way, and I got some I didn't bring up. I can already think of 2 or 3 I didn't bring up. I showed you the one. It's Purpose. I got Purpose 50 on the way. I don't have that one yet, but I got that one on the way. So 3.8. This one's not as highly regarded, but I already know. To me, this is a 4 or more. I like this one. Quentin Bish, they got him in on this one. Yeah, they use a lot of perfumers. So make sure I'm not missing nothing. I can't see you guys. Buy more. I will buy more, Rick, but they're going to be these. I'm not going to be buying bottles. Rick's out here buying bottles of Serge Lutens, high-end Serge Lutens. So I got 2 kinds of Purpose here. I got the Frag Bar and I got the generics. So let's talk about Purpose. Man, I got a sheen on my desk from spraying this. I'm overspraying apparently. Whew. Black pepper again with the pimento. Getting that with the olibanum, a lot of olibanum. The bergamote's freshening up. This is nice. Yeah, this, I'm not getting none of this stuff yet. What is mystical? Groups, that's a synthetic and weird note, huh? Not familiar with mystical. But okay, I am getting a little bit of the saffron and suede now with the woods. Yeah, I like this, man. This is definitely a 4 something to me. Yeah, I love this actually. So let's try the we're gonna try the frag bar version. Let's see what the frag bar version is. Frag bar version. It's all right. It's 80, 85% there. It's close. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's close. It's not bad. I was getting ready to knock it, but it's not too bad. It ain't far off. They did a good job. Let's see where generic is. Generic, more like 85 to 90. Generic's on a little more. Yeah, this is a great scent profile, too. This might be a Rick and Chris scent, too. These are so engaging when you wear these. There's just so much going on. I mean, just look at these scent profiles. You don't wear fragrances with this kind of a lineup of scents in here. And the rose and the saffron really round this out. That's what makes it. All this stuff here in the top, man, you really like to use a lot of black pepper in these notes. You get a lot of black pepper. And I used to not like black pepper. Now that I've been messing with these Amouage fragrances, I'm starting to really like the black pepper. It blasts you. It wakes you up. It definitely it takes you for a ride. It almost like a smelling salt almost to me. All right. Make sure I'm not missing nothing here. We'll go to Killer Oud. Let's see which one are we on? Epic Man. This is another one I really like. Epic Man. Man, I'm overspraying a lot. My keyboard and everything is wet here. 4.2 with 3,500 votes. So people like this one. Make sure I'm not missing nothing. No, Papyrus, no. Mediaire Premier. Which Mediaire Premier? Yeah, I have, but which one? Which Mediaire Premier? Which one you talking about? Tell me which one. Talking about that incense one? We'll pull up Mediaire Premier after this. We'll go back to this. So let's go with Epic Man from Amouage. So look what we got going on here. I know Rick's a big musky guy, so this one's got some musk at the bottom. So your mind is working so hard to figure this out. I mean, look at the notes going on here. So like I said, if you're just new in the perfumery, it's not a fun ride for you, maybe at first or whatever, but especially not in the clones. Here's another note, mace. I'm not familiar with that note. Mace, spices. Okay, I got you. I know what mace is then. Yeah, I like trying to figure out different notes if I see them. So let's spray this. Yeah, this is the pink peppers hitting you right out of the gate with that olibanum. They use the olibanum a lot in the myrrh. You're getting the myrrh right out of the gate. This is what I'm getting: pink pepper, olibanum, and myrrh. And then as it's dying down now, I'm starting to pick up the saffron, nutmeg, cardamom. I can't say that I'm picking up that mace. I know what myrtle is. I don't know if you know what myrtle is. That's a group of flowers. They use it in a lot of theirs. So I'm kind of it's a herbal camphorous. That's why they use it, because they like to use that kind of note. So I've been picking up on that note more since I'm messing with Amouage. They like to use it. So let's see how close this Epic Oud one is or whatever. This is like $20 or $30. I haven't worn this one a little. I forget how close this one is. Yeah, it gets you in the ballpark. You're in a ballpark. It's 70, 75%, maybe 80 when it dries down. It gives you, if you want, it doesn't smell super cheap or nothing. Obviously, there is a quality difference. This one smells, because there's so many notes going on anyway, with this myrrh and incense and oud as it's drying down. I'm picking up. There is some quality, but it's not huge. It's a nice layer, I'll tell you that, because this is a little more subtle. When I layer these two, it really works well. And it's going to extend this 10 milliliter and see if it turns into a bottle. Honestly, I could get a bottle of all these if I ever wear through these 10 milliliters, but how many bottles do I need? I'm going to go through that. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to go through my spreadsheet too and show you guys some of my fragrances here. I can do that now. We can take a break from all this Amouage stuff. I'll mark where I'm at. Styrax incense, yes. Radical Rose and my personal. Okay. Radical Rose, I smelled a clone of. I never smelled the real. I need to try that. And I don't know if there's an extrait or the other. Now I don't need more bottles. I don't need more bottles. Falcon Leather, I do like Falcon Leather. I have a real off the wall clone of that one. Yeah, Epic Man is one you might want to just a decant, Rick. Just get a decant of the real deal on that Scent Angel. Don't even mess with the clones on those. You're not a clone guy, Rick. Just get you a real deal decant and just see what you think. Maybe just get like a 2 or a 5 milliliter. Even maybe you don't even need a 10 milliliter. Yeah, Falcon Leather is really good. That house is really good. Okay, so I haven't even tried the either. Let me make a note of that. I'll look into that one. Let me write that one down. I'll write that one down. Epic. Yeah, I like Epic Man a lot. Let me write that. What did you talk about? Let me scroll up. Radical Rose Extrait. Radical Rose. I'm going to look into that one. I'm real familiar with Falcon Leather, though. I like the whole house, everything I've tried. I've only tried 5 or 6 of the clones, but let me show you. I'm going to show you guys. Let's go to my, we'll go back to, we can take a break from this. I've been selling a lot of fragrances. So I got, especially when I got into fragrances, so I put them on spreadsheets so I wouldn't keep buying the same thing over and over because I was buying so much when I first started. I didn't. So here, this is my scent DNA. Like, here's some of the stuff I got. Some of these, and some of it's not updated. I don't have everything in here. Sometimes I forget to put, but this is what I currently got. So I'm down to, this is just for spring. So I'm down to, let's see how many we got. Kind of see as I'm scrolling down to, so I started out over 300. When spring started, I had like 320. So like I cut it in half. This is what I got. And some of these are clones. It kind of shows over here, real clones, what I got or whatever. Almost all of these, I've smelled the original on it. Even if I don't own it right now, I've smelled it. This is one I just got recently. This Sweet Leaf from room 1015. Not the biggest fan. Let me show you how much I've sold now. Let's go to my sold fragrances now. And I don't even have all these down because a lot of them I buy now, guess what? They just go right out the sold. I don't even log them in because I can kind of remember now. I've tried so many fragrances what I've got. So there's 100 or more on here that, as soon as they came in, I just sell them now. I don't even bother. I'll spray a couple sprays and I kind of know what I'm going to like. So look how we're up to 700 and some I've sold or gave away. I give away a lot too. Some of them are cheap, but this is what I've sold or gave away. And a lot of these are good fragrances. They're not all bad. I got other stuff, A lot of these are clones. When I got started, I did a lot of clones and stuff. So summer, I'll show you my summer. I've already weeded it down. I started selling those off too. I've got it down to about the same thing. It was over 300 too. I've got it down to, I've got it down. So I had both versions. This La Blanca from Ramon Monagal. I got the 2023. I sold it. It's too close to that. But that's a great fragrance. So what are we out now? I'm down to, so I'm down to 141. So I cut that down in half too. So and let me show you. I haven't got the fall and winter. I kind of like the sell in season. So I'll show you fall. And I did cut down fall last fall, but I'm going to go harsher. I'm going to cut this down. I'm going to cut this in half too. I just got to figure out what's going to be cut. So we're over 300 or right at 300. So I'll cut that in half too. When fall and winter get here, I need to get that down. I don't need all these fragrances. So I don't need all these bottles. And let's go into winter. Winter should be about the same thing. Where are we at? Yeah, we're about 300 there too. So I don't need, I don't need that many fragrances or whatever. Just no sense in it. Whatever. Doing the YouTube stuff and all that. It just made me buy more fragrances. I'm not going to do as much YouTube stuff anymore. I'm going to do some. But yeah, so all right, let's get back into the fragrances. All right, this is a newer release or whatever. I think Cecile Zarokian, if you guys like her, she did maybe this whole line of these. Meaning, I think there's 3 of them. She might have. Is it not meaning? Reasons. Amouage. Reasons. Yes, the Silzarokian might have done all three of these. There's 3 in this line. It's a newer line. 3.6. Wow, that's all everybody's got this one? No way. This is definitely over a 3.6. This might be a Rick scent too. It's got that muskiness. I know Rick likes that muskiness. So I got the Duo version in not too long ago. I like pine. Anytime you see that pine, and pine goes with Cypriol. So let's spray. Yeah, this is it's got that typical smell that you're getting that Cypriol and that Palo Santo and that myrrh labdanum. A lot of these same things. I don't get too much of the hazelnut, but I do when it starts drying down a little bit. I am getting pink pepper, cardamom, cinnamon. Yeah, it's got that typical Amouage smell. Let's see how close this Dua is. Dua Veil of Meaning. I just got this one in. I'm going to guess this will get better when it macerates. Let's see. It's pretty close, closer than I originally. It's not too bad. I actually first got this. I've had it about a week now. It's gotten better over the last week. It was more off because I did a side-by-side. I even wore a side-by-side. So it's already gotten better. Yeah, this is pretty close now. This is definitely in the 85 I like. When I got it, it was about 70%. So this one's macerated quickly. So yeah, the Dua is a pretty good option. It's not pushing super hard or anything like a Dua does. Yeah, this is a pretty good option. I'm pretty happy with this because I was thinking I might sell this, but no. This is pretty good. I didn't sell it because I wanted to let it macerate. Now I know by the time I get fall or gets around season where I'm going to wear this, it's already close enough. It's going to be really good. So happy about that. All right, we're going to go with Honor. Honor next. Honor Man. All right, make sure I'm not missing nothing. Discovery is more fun than buying. It is, man. Yeah, you can try a bunch of stuff this way or whatever. And I mean, especially these Amouage bottles. I do I like the box even. I keep all my boxes. So sometimes I buy them off of Facebook groups. I don't have those boxes because people don't always keep their boxes, but I keep all my boxes. So I like the box. I like the bottle. So I do like the presentation. I'm not saying I don't like the presentation, but at this point, I don't need as much presentation. I don't display mine or anything, so I can live without that. But man, there is something to be said for the presentation. Okay, so Honor Man. So they use all kinds of. So here's this Nathania Feisenheimer. I'm not familiar with her work. So they use a lot of different perfumers here or whatever. So yeah, here we go. I'm gonna get blasted with pepper again. They seem to like to do that. And I'm here for it. I like the pepper. So yeah, a lot of pepper with the pink pepper this time. You're getting that, the geranium. Yeah, a lot of these kind of have some similarities too. I'll tell you that there's some redundancy in all these Amouage. I will say that. But if you really like the house the way I do, you don't really mind the redundancy. I can live with it. Now this one here. This one, yeah, it's pretty close. Maybe I mix this one too thin or something. It's projecting pretty light. It's pretty close though. It's about 80-85% there. It's just not the incense and all the nutmeg and the pepper and the geranium and the wood. It's just pushing off the original a lot more than this one I mixed up. Doesn't smell cheap or anything. It just smells really light. Maybe this is my fault. Maybe I didn't mix it right, but I did it pretty much the standard way. That I mixed them, so I don't think I did my ratios wrong. Maybe I put too much fixative in it. I don't know. I can't remember, but this one's not as impressive as some of the other ones as far as a clone. All right, here's one Opus 6. I don't have the little decan anymore. I got another one somewhere. I couldn't find it. I tried to grab it for this live. Opus 6 Amouage. This is from the library collection. So I've tried a few out of this one. They got quite a few in this library collection. Yeah, here they go with their incense. So I don't have the original with me to compare, but I have compared them. This is pretty close. I do have a little bit of the original somewhere. Yeah, this is really, if you're an incense fan, the incense note on this is really nice. I remember the original be even nicer in this. So this is the incense is really good here. I'm not fully familiar with this, but I always like this West Indian Bay, the spices when I'm in it. I don't see that note down a lot, but whenever I see it, it really works good with the incense on this. And then I don't know what silk vine or vine broom is. Greens, herbs, and fougères. I am getting a touch of that in here. This is a well-rounded fragrance with the amber labum. This is super well-rounded. This patchouli, this green, this cypre oil. Yeah, this is a really nice fragrance. This is even nicer than I even remembered. What's people rating this one? I didn't look at that. See what the rating is on this. 4.25. So people like it. I'm one of them. All right, let's go to Outlands Amouage. This one is man, it was expensive to get a decan of this when I got a 10 milliliters. Man, it was hard to find and super pricey. It's one of my more pricey ones. Well, some of the other, that Bracken Man and some of the discontinued ones were even more pricey, but I had to pay a little bit for this one. Very impressive fragrance. And let's see if the Duo got better too. I just got this one and I wasn't impressed with the Duo when I first got it. So I'm hoping the Duo got closer because it wasn't at 85. It was like 70%. That's what I was going to say. And I really like this one. So I was super disappointed. This is fantastic. Out of these three, this line, because there's Lear's another one. This is the best. This is my favorite out of these. You're getting the Elamine, the frankincense, these top notes here. That's what you're getting here. Just there's vanilla, benzoins, and all this stuff here at the bottom. This ambergris, all this is coming in. The rose, geranium, anise. This is well-rounded. Orange blossom. Look at these notes. This is really good. This is fantastic, as a matter of fact. So let's see the Duo. This is one of my favorite Amouages, I think, now. I think this is a Cecile Zarokian. Like I said, she might have done all three of these in this line. Okay, the Duo. Okay, it's gotten better. The Duo has got better. It's gotten better, too. It was only about 70. We're at about 80, 85% now. I'm happy about that because I was disappointed in that. Yeah, real happy with this. Not quite. We're 80, 85%. It's definitely better than it was. So it makes me think it's going to get closer. Let's see if, yeah, Cecile Zarokian. So, yeah, so her work is generally pretty nice. I generally like a lot of her fragrances. All right, thanks for stopping in, Stan. Hit the freeway. Drive safe, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you, Stan. All right. All right, this is a really weird one. I smelled this from David when I met up with him, so I know what this one smells like. I only smelled it once, but you only have to smell this once to know what it smells like. So this one is super earthy. That's what you're getting here. This is just a straight up super earthy fragrance. All this other stuff they're saying, white florals, tuberose, and all this. Let me spray it again and see. It says barnyard, a fecal note, celery note. It smells like the earth, like you're digging in the earth. That's what you're going to get out of this one, Figment Man. This is a strange one. Yeah, very earthy. I don't care what these notes and all this says. This is like you're digging in the earth. You're sitting there digging in the ground. That's all this equals. It's interesting that they took all these notes to equal that. Let's just see what some of the comments are on this or whatever. It's just like you got your nose and you're digging in the dirt, man. That's exactly what this is, and I like that. So it's a good spring, fall type fragrance to me. It's very earthy. Yeah, so I'm not. So they're saying it's in a rainforest, wet, refreshing, creamy. Yeah, I'm not getting none of that. I'm just getting dry earth. Like you're digging in there and you're seeing earthworms and stuff. Yeah, I'm not getting a lot of this stuff with these white florals. I'm getting a vegetable. So because earth is kind of like a vegetable, I'm getting that. I'm not getting a tuberose and all that. And this is what the original smelled like to me too. So I'm just getting super earthy. Let's see what the overall comments say. What's the overall rating on this? I didn't look at that. I can't see that people would rate this high. I like it because it's so interesting. So yeah, they're saying it's intoxicating, enchanting, perfectly blended, queen of white flowers. Yeah, there are some white florals in here. I'm not not saying it. 3.64. Okay, so they're not loving this. Okay, that sounds about right. That's what I expect. I would even would have thought this would have got like a 3, but I'd still give this a 4. I like it. It's super interesting. I'm engaged the whole time I wear it. All right, let's go with this Luster. I don't have any clones on this one. This is another, got an 8 milliliter of. Dua's been releasing these, so I suspect they're going to do a Luster next. Make sure I'm not missing nothing. Luster, Amouage. All right. Yeah, this is really nice too. This whole line is really nice. They have this one leaning feminine because I don't think it is to me. 384, so they don't go nuts over it. Okay, so she didn't. This was Julian Raskin and Paul Guerlain. So Cecile Zarokian did not do all these. So cardamom, orris, sandalwood, patchouli, myrrh. I'm getting all that. Benzoin, styrax. Got that typical Amouage smell. I really like this. And where was the unisex part? This definitely, to me, I would say this leans masculine. How do they got it? I keep skipping past that. Gender. Yeah, definitely got it masculine too. So yeah, this definitely leans masculine. Yeah. So let's see. What else did I want to talk about here? Oh, here's one. I just got this one in. I was surprised how much I like this. So I got this Afnan Supremacy limited edition. Collector's edition. I like this. It's a white floral take on like Creed of Venice or Hasavat. I like this one. The quality here is really good, but the white floral touch, this makes this like a perfect spring fragrance. I'll put this on skin too since I got these two on. But this room is really smelling. Yes, the white florals in this is really nice. It doesn't smell cheap. This is a nice fragrance. And I don't like a Venice. I'm tired of a Venice, man. But this is a nice. So look what they've done to the Venice. Whatever they've added this orange blossom. They got these white florals to it, and the rest of it's like the the Hasavat Venice style. So let's see what they compare it to. Yeah, so they compare it to Absolute Venice. I guess it's more like Absolute Venice. But I like this. I don't like a Venice. I don't like Hasavat anymore. And not that they're bad fragrances. I'm just tired of it. I like this. The quality's good. I think I paid like $20 for this thing. I was planning on selling it, so I didn't sell it. And then I got Haltane too. I got this decan. I might have to get the real deal. I got a clone, another clone. I didn't like my old clone of Haltane, so I got another one. I really like Haltane. I just got this in too. The clone I had before, I didn't like it. 4.4, so people really like this. So look at this one. This is a super interesting fragrance. And I know a lot of times they say Perfumes and Marley is like a clone house. They take different scent profiles and they just kind of do their version, of it. Kind of make it a niche version of some kind of designer or something. But I think this is pretty original. I don't think nobody had this scent profile. So this is definitely a Perfumes and Marley original. Yeah, this is super nice. The saffron and this is really nice with the clary sage, lavender, bergamot, oud, and woods. This is super interesting. I like this. The clone I had didn't do it justice. I got the new Detour one coming. So we'll see how that is. I heard it's pretty close. I'm hoping it is. If not, I might have to get a bottle or at least more of this. I'll probably go through this little 5 milliliter pretty quick. So, yeah, that's about all my new ones. If you guys want, I can go over. I'll show you how I've been selling fragrances. I'll go over that real quick. Here's how I've been selling online. If you guys don't already know how to do this. So you go on Facebook, and then you join these groups. I just bought one from this guy today here. Let's see what he's got up now. Let's look, see what this guy's got for sale. Ocean Noir Dive, Aqua Wood. I just bought a couple off this guy today. He's selling everything. This guy's got a huge collection. So like, this is how you would buy. You would go on this guy and he's got it. And then like, if you wanted to If you want to buy one of these, let's just say you wanted the aqua wood, and he's got the boxes and stuff here. You would click on Julius Caesar, click on message, and then you would say, hey, look, hey, you still got that one or whatever, and he'll tell you. And then you have to have a PayPal or a Venmo. And then you just do like him, and he's in this group. You have to join these groups. And it's kind of a trust thing. You're just kind of trusting each other to send these fragrances. So he's in this cheapie swap group. A lot of cheapies in here. It just has to be $100 and less. So, I mean, there's even some niche in here. So you just land, you're kind of on the honor system. So you got to make a name for yourself. And there's a lot of fakes and stuff. So you got to watch who you're buying from and trust that they're not getting fakes. Sometimes people don't even know they're selling fakes. Like they just got it and they don't know what's real. And they got a fake and they just sell it to another guy on here. So that's just how it goes. And the biggest one, is this Fragrant Marketplace. This is the one because you got 56,000 members here. So this is the one that has everything in it. You got cheapies in here and everything. This group, you can really, they talk about everything. So see, look, somebody just put down Fragrant Rant, and then you got people commenting. These Facebook groups are a lot of fun to me. I've learned a lot about here. And look, these people just, this guy hates swaps. A lot of people, you can swap fragrances in here too. I've done some really good swaps. I've made some dumb decisions on swaps too, where it was completely my fault. Or looking back, like I swapped something, just a bad trade-off. Like I should have never gave up what I got for it. And I've got the other way. And then a lot of times, like this guy here, he posts like Tuesday night sales. Like you just click on him, and when you click on the thread, like everybody's just in here with their thread. And so you got to get the shipping. So let's just say you sell the fragrance, you're going to shipping. This is where I like to go for shipping, is pirate ship. This is the best shipping that I've found. I've tried a couple other ones, and their prices weren't better. And you just go on here, and you have to get your little scale and a measurement. Look, they're staying right there by something. And you just click on here, and you click it all on, and it'll tell you at the end when you do your weight and all that. You can put it in a box, or you can put it in an envelope, and then you weigh it. You do the length and weigh it, and then it'll give you at the end. It'll give you like when you click get rates, it'll have like post office or UPS. It'll give you those options. It'll show you the cheapest and the fastest, and you can decide which one's better for you. I was having better luck with UPS, but now I've had them lose one of mine. So I had a couple get lost, and then they would find them at the last minute after I already refunded the money to the people with the post office. But now I had UPS lose one. UPS seems to be faster, so that part is better. Yeah, you got to watch them fakes, especially when you're buying off of these people on here. Robes 08. What? Look at that. What are you doing on here, Robes 08? What's going on, brother? Robes is the man. Yeah, I think on these Facebook groups, you're just posting fakes. I did some Amouage talk on here, Robes. I would say Robes probably likes Amouage. Robes is a celebrity. Robes is one of the better, most knowledgeable, best collection guys on YouTube. So shout out Robes in my chat. This is a win, brother. Yeah, I don't know if you've tried like Outlands and some of the new Amouage. You probably have Rose, but I really like those. But yeah, I think a lot of people inadvertently even pass on fakes. They don't even know they are fakes when you're getting them on these Facebook groups. I'm sure some of them do, but I'm not sure they all know. I doubt they do. Yeah, I can't believe Robes is in my chat. This is awesome, man. Robes has been doing it a long while, and actually, Robes, I didn't even know you had a channel and all that. I actually got it from Rick. Rick, he was talking about you, and then I realized you had a channel going 10 years back, and I'd seen some of your old, but I wasn't a subscriber. So seeing Rick, he turned me on you, and I've been watching you ever since. So your stuff is great. Your nose is great. Your collection is great. Yeah, you are the man, dude. Love your stuff, and calling out shills and the way you're doing it, it's fantastic, dude. And like I said, great. Isn't that amazing, though? Rick turned me on to you. Yeah, I was watching him, and he's big on you. And so, yeah, after all I did, and I had watched you before that because you've been around a while. I haven't been as obsessed over fragrances as I have been lately. So, yeah, lately I've been on Robes. I'm into Serge Lutens too. I know you like Serge Lutens. Some of my favorite houses lately is Serge Lutens and Amouage. That's what I've been into lately. The houses. I've just been doing a lot of 10 milliliters. I just went over a bunch of stuff. Thanks, Robes. Yeah, I don't know if my content isn't the greatest, but I'm definitely not no shill. I'm not getting out to not getting no free bottles or nothing. None of that's happening, but I do a lot of. I've watched your lives too, dude. Your lives are good. You're good at it. You don't need any inspiration, Robes. You're good. Your knowledge and the way you speak and the way you present is really good. You're well spoken. So, yeah, I'm just dumbing you down, brother. I'm just an old retired guy with a basic collection, but I got a passion for this stuff and it's fun. Yeah, I'll definitely catch you on the replay if I'm not subbed in tonight. I'll make a note. I'll try to be on there tonight. Yeah, but Rick is a breath of fresh air in Fragcom too. I like his approach and his comedy and his realism too. So yeah, what do you think about Amouage, Rick? Or Robes? I think you like Amouage pretty good, don't you? And I know you like Serge Lutens. Yeah, that's all I have. I have the passion, buddy, and I have ADHD, so I get hyper fixated on it. And like I'm retired. I don't think you're in it for the money or anything. Like I'm retired. I want a pension, and I got investments and stuff. I don't need. What channel is he? Rick is you know Rick. So let me go on my YouTube here. I can't think. I'm blanking out. YouTube. RXL. He's RXL. That's who he is. He's RXL. RXL turned me on to you. Yeah, was. Yes, they sold out. Yeah, so yeah, they're going down. I agree with that. Especially if you can get some of the older bottles or whatever. Yeah, when they sold the house, who bought the house? Teach me. Is it Revlon? Is that who bought it? I know they sold off, which is surprising because those guys that owned it, those sheiks or whatever, they had money. Like you wouldn't think they would sell off. Like that makes no sense. But I like some of their new stuff too. Yeah, that's his name. Rick is his name. Yeah. RXL. He's the one who turned me on to you. He was talking about you. Yeah, L'Oreal. Okay, so they sold it as a conglomerate. Okay, yeah, that's what I knew. L'Oreal was involved. I'd heard that name, but I also heard another name. That's why I was kind of confused. Yeah, he hasn't mentioned. It's definitely him. Yeah, ain't nobody running around here imitating Robes 08. No bish ones. Yeah, and one of the ones I watched recently. I love the way you describe fragrances too, and I like the I don't know how you say it. Your French is so good. The Filet Anguilles. I love the way when you reviewed that one. That was a really good review on the Filet Anguilles. Let's go to that one. I love that fragrance. Your French is obviously is. I like the way you say it. I'm a butcher of everything. Love this fragrance. I've watched your fragrance on that one, your review on that one several times. Another guy named Rick here in the chat, he's under Mad Hatter, has got an extensive Serge Lutens collection. He orders them out of France. So luckily I got my nose on a lot of Serge Lutens thanks to Rick. Yeah, that one is good. I really like that one. And the other one I like is, what's the apricot one? I like the apricot. I'm blanking out on stuff here right now. I've been at it an hour or whatever, and I'm old, so my brain's not working. So, yeah, Needle Girl. That's the translation. So the one with the apricot in it, Rogues. I know you know what that one is. What if you're still on here, Rick, Mad Hatter? What's the one with the apricot? It's the harder to get one. We'll click on Serge Lutens. I know I'll come up with it, but that's another one I like. It's like a bakery. It's got bread and apricot in it. It's a kind of a hard to get one, but I know Robes knows it. It's just I'm not describing it very good. Let's see. We'll see it on here. But man, I've tried a lot of these too as I scroll by. I've been lucky on this, mainly thanks to Rick. Let's see if I can't see it. Robe. Yeah, Jacques de Pau. I'm sure that's butchering it too, but yeah, 75 to 100 bucks. Yeah, fragrance.net has just the ones you can get here. There's a handful of them for like $60 to $80, for the littler bottle on fragrance.net. So that's a steal. But yeah, the Jacques de Pau is I don't know if I've seen you review that one. What do you think of that one, Rogues? What would you get? What do you think on that one? Skin Games. Yes. Skin Games translated. What's your favorite? Give me a couple of your favorite Serge Luton's Robes. And I know Robes doesn't like the mind games too. He's pretty hard on the mind games fragrances, and it's pretty apt observation. I like the way you broke down the mind games game or whatever in the Free Bottle Brigade. I'll have to go for your review. I'll make a note of that. I'll go to your review. I haven't watched that one. Robes. Jacques review. I was actually going to sign off, but the only reason I'm not signed off, I'm kind of out of steam, is because you're on here, so I'm going to keep going, man. If you're still on here, I'm going. Let's see what I got I could talk about here with you. I don't have any good fragrances up here. I don't know if you tried this one. Did you try Outlands yet, Robes? I like Outlands a lot. I really like Outlands. That's one of the newer ones from Amouage. I don't know what you thought on that one. I liked it. I don't need decant. I'm sure you tried it. Did you think that was a newer one you didn't like? Because I tried the 3. I have all 3 of those. I've just been getting 10 milliliters of stuff. I quit getting bottles. I like that one. I thought it was good. Really good. And my favorite, I've just been getting 10 mLs of the house Robes. I've been going through them. Still waiting on your PR package. I like Enclave. I think Enclave might be my favorite of the Amouages. Or no, Overture. I like Overture. So Overture is one of my favorite Amouages. I don't know what you think. And I actually like Overture Woman too. I don't know if you've tried that, Robes. You probably have, but I really like. I like both of those. I like the Overture and Overture Woman. And several of the women fragrances of Amouage I've tried. So and they were good. They're like, I could handle pretty feminine. Yeah, Overture is a beast. Agreed. I guess that's what I like about it. I like the animalics, and there's just so much going on. And there's one called Figment Man. Have you tried that one? It smells like dirt, Robes. Really like that one, Figment Man. You probably tried it. It's crazy. It's got all these notes, but you mainly get Figment Man. It's kind of a weird one. It's like straight up dirt. Like you almost want to see worms and stuff when you're smelling this Figment Man. Yeah, it has all these notes, but mainly all I get is these earthy notes on Figment Man. That's all I get out of it. Yeah, I'd be curious to see your thoughts on that one. Oops, if you smelled that one. What else did I have to talk about here? Talked about fragrances. Talked about all what I had. Let's see. Mernando made that one. Great nose. Okay. My knowledge on the perfumers is not as good. I always hear you mention that. I don't know that. Okay. I don't know her too. Let's see what she's done. Let's click on her. I've heard that name, but I need to start getting into the noses more. I know you know that because you say that. Okay. So Overture Woman. I really like that. I actually smelled Portrayal Woman. I thought that was pretty decent. I like that. Let's see what she got here. She's been through a lot of houses has hired her. Okay, Celine, yeah. Cool Water Intense is her. Okay. Boys d'Argent. Trees of Orange Smoke. Yeah, she's been hired by a lot of houses. Yeah. She's Boys de Marny. Yeah. A lot of Boss bottles. Okay, Boss really. Oh, wow. She's been on a lot of these Boss bottles. Wow. I don't know what you think. What do you think about the Boss bottles? I like the Boss bottled Robes. I don't know if that's too basic for you. I like a lot of those. Those work for me. I'm not too into these Encre Noirs. Yeah, she's done a lot of work. Oh, she's on your mind games. She's got a mind. Let's see what mind game she did. She's got her mind games, bud. Amber White. I don't hear anybody talk about this one much. I don't know if this one's not on the Free Bottle Brigade, but yeah, she's got her mind games. Huh. Pretty interesting scent profile there, though. Yeah. Apparently, you don't get hired by this many houses. And yeah, I need to start paying attention to perfumers more. I'm starting to do more of that. I need to up my game on the perfumers. Like I know Cecile Zaroki, and I always notice her, and some of the popular ones. I need to get into some of the ones. Like obviously she's pretty popular. Just I don't know her because I'm not as informed on that. I don't pay enough attention. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna end it here on a good note with Robes in here, man. Robes was awesome. You made my stream showing up, brother. Really appreciate you showing up, and appreciate all you guys for showing up. This was a lot of fun. I like talking about the Amouage, and I'll try to jump on your live. I'll definitely be watching the replay, Robes, and man, just thanks everybody for stopping in. This was fun, and really loving Amouage Fragrances right now. All right, so have a good one. See you guys.